Hello and welcome back to my Build a City challenge. We are back in Haven Rock and we're going to be moving on today from William, who we played last time, he was over here, to another new member of the town, a new arrival, and that is Oscar Davis. With music in his heart and simoleons on his mind, Oscar's come to Haven Rock to make his fortune selling music to the culturally impoverished inhabitants of the island. So yeah, let's go and meet Oscar and see what he's all about. So this is Oscar. He's living in Jace's original house. Jace has since moved out to move in with Portia. So yes, this is Oscar. He is a fortune sim, another one of those. He's living in his lovely little pink house. And let's have a look at it. So it's fairly basic. He's got some nice little furniture. Because Jace sold all the furniture when he moved out, I did a little reno of things specific for Oscar. So he's gotten some new things. But yeah, this is where he'll be living. So he's bisexual, so that's going to give him lots of options in the town. And he's going to be opening a music shop. So my idea is he's going to sell instruments, fun things for the town to have, just so people can build their creativity skills and enjoy some music. So a bit like with William, we're going to start by hanging out waiting for the welcome wagon to show up. Then we'll go and build his new shop and get him started. It's lots of... Oh, who do we have here? Ilya. We'll say hello. So Oscar has actually met nobody so far apart from the wolf, Ajax. But now I'm going to say hello to Ilya, hopefully. Hi, Ilya. What a fashion statement you've made. She's enjoying the sunshine and not interested in actually saying hello, despite her heart's exploding for him. Here we go. Say hello, make some new friends. Oh, so a 2-bolt thing straight away with Ilya. Well, you might as well... Oh, straight in with admiration. Very nice, Oscar. He's getting started early. So yeah, you might as well just say hello. Get to know some people, and hopefully some more of the town will turn up soon. So he hates education, and she's bored of that. His wants currently are to woohoo, which is pretty great for a knowledge sim. Is he secondary romance? Have I done that for him already? No, I haven't. I should work out his secondary. He also wants to get jobs in the science or medicine career. That's not going to happen. Sorry, Oscar. But you could get a cooking skill point, so we can get the we can get you studying that pretty soon. So I'll just work out his secondary and add that in. Okay, so according to the calculator, his secondary is family, which is very nice. We'll also get him some extra awards. Excellent, so now he is secondary family, and hopefully that will be good for him. Oh, so Freddy's arrived. Don't think this is the welcome wagon exactly, but it'll do. Oh, the post lady is the most attractive. We'll just get them chatting, build up some relationship. See how Oscar gets on. So the actual welcome wagon has arrived. We have Hikari, Eloise and Leo. So we'll have him greet everyone. Let's see how he feels about the rest of the town. It's nice when it's all playables that turn up. It's good. Eloise happy to have met someone. Oh, 2 bots with Eloise as well. Of course, Eloise still very much attracted to Freddy. Oh, Eloise, tell him off. It's not appropriate anymore. Did Hikari leave? Did she get bored? It's not her kind of scene. Leo gossiping about his sister again. The sooner she can move out, honestly. Oh, what if 2 redheads got together? Ilya's getting rejected by a lot of people. She just wants to play rock, paper, scissors, and they're not having it. So Ilya's making herself known. She's doing well. Gonna play some catch. Toss a football. Why not? It's a lovely autumn day. Just realised I didn't give Oscar any kind of dining room situation. He has nowhere to sit. Just grab some of the cheapest chairs and tables available. And he can then make the classic lunch meat sandwiches for the whole group. Oh no, I said have. You've got to serve it. Now, has he bought anything, I wonder? Nope. Oscar hasn't left his house, basically, since he arrived here. He's made no friends until they all arrived at his actual house. And didn't go to any of the shops. So there we go. Oh, here's Victoria, reading the newspaper. And everyone can come and fight over the sandwiches. Oh, Eloise is definitely feeling Oscar. But then he's pretty tied with both of them in terms of relationship. Oh, the whole gang. Oh, so many hearts. Eloise. Shoving Freddy. She is done. Freddy! She's saying no! Oh, this is interesting. She's had a think. Oh, lost his crush. Leo come to comfort him. And they're best friends now. Well, Eloise, I'm glad you've made some decisions about who you're going to be with. You've got to think about Aspen. You can admire her for the work she's doing with the farm and the grocery store that Oscar definitely hasn't been to, but he's probably heard about it. Bye, Ilya. You need a shower. Ah, Amalia's here as well. Oh, I forgot a phone too. I just forgot everything. Let's make sure he has a means of communication. Classic wall phone. Because he's probably going to need to take Eloise on a date this rotation. I'm hoping I don't get completely engrossed in the shop side of things like I did with William, and actually remember to take Oscar on some outside activities. You take care of some needs. Oh, Freddy, you're still trying. This is a little bit desperate now. And Leo's just swooping in every time to say, yeah, it's definitely the women that are wrong. What a pair. Gossiping about Ilya straight away. Eloise trying to explain herself. Play some kicky bag to smooth things over. And ask him to never contact her again. Well, it's getting late. Freddy has become stinky. Oscar's going to have some avocado toast, again because I'm obsessed. And it's an evening meal he can make without an oven. So, double purpose. So in a moment we'll send everyone home and get him to bed after a successful first day in Haven Rock. He's not rushing to any friendships. He's not like William, who saw Carson and pounced. Oscar's being a bit more cautious, I think. And he got that cooking skill point. Good job, Oscar. Just for making sandwiches and mushing up some avocado. It's a learning curve, definitely. Freddy's saying he fancies himself. Is this a surprise? So I'll send them all home before they independently die of hunger on Oscar's lot. And we'll send him to bed. Get an early night so he can sort out his shop in the morning. So it's bright and early for Oscar. We're going to get him to make some cereal for the day. Look after his needs a little bit, but he's doing pretty well. He's not having the kind of comfort crisis that William was having. And then we'll think about doing some building and getting him set up in his new career as town musician. Or at least instrument seller. We'll see if he actually even likes instruments. We don't know what his hobby is yet. Okay, so he wants to be friends with Leo. He's rolled a new once. Gain some skill points in the classic knowledge sim way. So I had to scale back my ambition a little bit with Oscar's shop. We need to make sure he's got enough money left over to actually buy things when he gets there. So I'll let him read for a little bit, clean up, and then we will actually buy his shop. Luckily his bills are pretty low at the moment. I think it's 40 simoleons. But I'll have him buy first, do a bit of selling, if we can, and pay the bills in the evening. That's enough fun, Oscar. Let's sort everything else out. Have you Opa? She's arrived. Oh, everyone's into Oscar. This is quite exciting. So we're going to buy... Is it 2? Yes, number 2, Boutique Avenue. For the cheap, cheap price of 4,909 simoleons. So here we have his little shop. Windows are a luxury we cannot afford just at the moment. It's definitely a little barn or a shed that he can sell his wares. But speaking of... let's buy him some instruments, if we can afford them. Okay, so we can. So we could get a piano. It's a good first step. Although this one is a little cheaper. I'm very excited to find CC instruments, particularly for Oscar in this situation. I wanted to have... so we can sell 2 things. Yep. Excellent. Just have to sell them a lot. Oh, here he is. Here's Joe. So finally, I can make over Joe, who's been just flashing the entire neighbourhood this whole time with his low-rise pants and high-rise tops. But for some reason I couldn't do it on William's lot, so I'll do it here. What kind of grandpa is he? So I just kept him with his white shirt and dark jeans, but he now looks a little bit more respectable. How can I help you, Joe, now that we're not avoiding looking below your waistline? There's only 2 things in this shop though, Joe, honestly. You can have a piano or a terrible, terrible guitar. It was the piano. Well, here's Monica. Again, it's a very small room, Monica. No, you can't help her. Nope, still nothing. You want something other than a piano or a handmade guitar? It's right over here. I'd best restock that for Monica. So we can show her where it is. Oh, can't afford it. Let's sell the first one to buy the next one. This is going to be a very skin of its teeth business. Very slim margins. Well, that's Oscar's first simoleon. Ah, we lost Monica. Oh, she's back. She was ready to pounce the minute that was back in stock. Let's now convince her it's the best. Come on, Monica, what do you want? So I think, a bit like I did with William's shop, I'm going to add in a couple of little music adjacent items. That's what I'm definitely thinking of, which is the rack of CDs. Very, very popular, I'm sure. There it is. Surprisingly expensive. But we need a third item, I feel. Oh, he's met Zoe. How do you feel about Zoe? He's not attracted at all to Monica. Or to Uopa. Well, let's try and sell that that to Monica. And we'll show Matthew the piano. I think he's pretty much rolling in it. Monica doesn't want to be disturbed during her musical shopping. Oh, he does feel attraction. He's got 2 bolts with Zoe as well. The man has choices. You know what I've done. Once again. Oh, it's been a while. I've gotten so better at it. Didn't even buy it wholesale. Oh! Oh, Oscar. You pounced a little too fiercely there. Oh, he does not get on with Monica at all. Oh, I'm gonna hang out. Pretty casual business. Thanks, Matthew, for buying half the stock. And why not buy the rest of it as well? He's feeling Zoe quite nicely, which is good. Oh, Monica. Ah, they're best friends. Lovely. This is what's cool about this challenge, is seeing the Sims like cross over from the different households, how they grow independent of the gameplay sessions as well. It's really fun. Just stop trying, Oscar. Monica is not feeling you. Those two are gossiping like crazy though. Somebody burned their food. It's a terrible cash flow. Now a slightly better cash flow. Overall profits if we don't restock anything right now. Well, let's send him home. Oscar's home. It's a bit dark. He's got bills to pay. But we'll try and get him sorted out with his needs. Clean up a little bit. And, yeah, send him to bed. It's a classic day one in your, well, day two in the Builder City Challenge. Just slave away at your shop all day long, make a few simoleons, and regroup for the next day. So I'll run through some needs and we'll catch him in the morning. So it's another beautiful morning in Haven Rock. The sun's not quite up, but he's going to have himself some cereal. Oh, it's fulfilled a want. I hadn't even seen it. It was just an autopilot. So it's a Wednesday. He has 3 days left in 4. I think today we're going to focus on friendships for Oscar and possibly a date. He has rolled a want to be friends with Eloise, but I'm thinking that because he has 2 bolts with Zoe, that might be the best way for him to move forwards. Because Zoe doesn't currently have anybody, bless her. She has basically found no Sims last time that were attracted to her or that she was attracted to. And she's having a bit of a tough time living with her twin, who they don't get on at all. So I'm going to send Oscar out to the park, which we haven't been to in a long time because of all the businesses. But he's got kind of simoleons in his pocket, that's fine. We'll send him to the park, see who he meets, and if we can make some friends along the way, I think that would be a good move for Oscar. So it's been a while since we've been to the Stormy Cove Park, but it is still standing, it's still here. Oh, we have some new Sims to meet. Crespin. Carson's here, Jesse's here, and Monica we'll just casually ignore. So he shows do some fishing. Very nice. Oh, Oscar. So Crespin works at a furniture warehouse. I don't know where that would be. It must be from the back of his caravan. But he's going to give us a discount on anything we buy from the catalogue. So thanks, Crespin. Nice to know you. Toss a football around. Oh, Monica caught a massive fish. Good job, Monica. Eloise to drive by. Oh, Oscar, burn the hot dogs. That's not quite so nice to the community. I'm sure everyone will politely choke down a nasty hot dog. Well, there's not much of interest happening here. I'm going to send him home and we're going to try for a date. So there's a storm going on. The tree caught fire briefly. He got struck by lightning. Go back inside, Oscar. You don't have to stand in the rain. That's it. Safe in your house. So I think we'll call up Zoe first, have a chat. Try and build that relationship up. Okay, well the storm's died down a little bit. It's going to go and jump in some puddles, I think. We clean up the soggy newspapers and we will try and ask Zoe on a date. Will she say yes? Just come over to his. She's going to do it! Fantastic! Just make sure the toilet's clean. Oh, the rain ends and the date begins. Perfect. Let's make friends with Zoe. So let's try and build up some friendship. I like it when they want to talk. It's nice. Gossip about Monica. That's your best friend, Zoe. Come on. Oh, tickling always works. What are we after? Appreciating. Lovely. We can't tell a dirty joke yet. Oh, Ilio, this is not the time, really. Can we slow dance? We can classic dance. Oh, friendship. No, can't dance. Well, adorable. Little dance as the sun sets. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm invested right now. Oh, I want to kiss. Okay, let's build up a little bit. We've got plenty of time. Oh, hi, Victoria. Just jogging by. Can we give her a back rub? Will she be into that? She had a hard day of being an architect. Hunched over a desk. Oscar's going to help her out. Here's me trying to go for the slow burn. ACR says, how about no? Oh, simultaneous crushes. Got that kiss. Of course, they're both knowledge sims. They might both be knowledge family, actually.
Jamie.
Yeah!
Well, good job, guys. Just a straight to the woohoo. You gotta trust ACR. Gotta trust the Sims. They know what they want. So Oscar wants to go for a dream date, so we will keep going as we have been, and let them do some things that they are interested in. And they're going to have a chase her down for a back rub, Oscar. She's running. Where do you want a back rub? At the back of the house where no one can see. Don't want to become the topic of gossip. Oh, a hug. That's very sweet. So probably not going to get to best friends during this date. Well, now you can tell a dirty joke, so that's good. Well, why not serve some dinner? Okay, I like that they just follow each other. They're really cute. We've tipped into dream date territory. Fantastic. We'll have some avocado toast to not die. And then a kiss should sort it out, I think. This is what you can expect, Zoe. A man that makes endless avocado toast. A man that makes endless avocado toast and then steals yours because he's hungry. That seems... So we'll end the dates. A dream date all together. Very nicely done. And they are super cute. One of the cutest interactions in the game. I'll cuddle under the stars. And I'm going to have to decide whether I just move Zoe in pretty soon. So we have an option to propose to move in, and he doesn't have a bolt for that. We'll send her away for tonight. She's got to go home anyway, or her brother will start to worry. Yeah, so we'll let him clean up and go to bed, and we'll make some decisions in the morning. So as Oscar's second to last day begins, I've made the decision that I'm going to let them move in together. And pretty soon, if I can get Zoe to move in today, then she can be aged up 3 days and she'll be still in sync with everyone else. She'll be the right age. I waited with Carson because he's got his own business. He's got things that need to be wrapped up in his own lot before he can move in with William. Whereas Zoe has a job. She's an architect, so she can just move that over really easily. And getting her out of the house with Leo, I think, would be a good call as well. But she does work, so she's probably in work today. But I will try and call her. And if she is in work, we will go and work in the music shop for the day and come back. And if not, we'll move her in today. Because why not? It's The Sims. If you can't move relationships far too quickly, what even are you doing? Okay, she's at work, so we will go to work as well. And come back for the evening to move things along with his love life. He did get the lovely bouquet for the dream dates, which is very, very sweet. So we'll start with restocking his 3 delightful items. And then he can open for the day. Just love how tiny and terrible this shop is. Come and buy your piano, CDs, or guitar. I want to be friends with Joe, that's fun. And best friends with Zoe, which I will lock in. Okay, Jace, our first customer. Let's help him out. Well, Tiffany's going to buy herself a piano, just because. Alan's into the CDs. I love how no matter what your skill set is before you come to Haven Rock, really you've got to think about, can you operate a cash machine? Or a cash register? If that's something you can't do, you should probably think twice. Okay, Jace is into a guitar. Oh, it is Zoe! Hi, Zoe. She wants a guitar. We can make that happen. We'll sell to our future fiancé. What's wrong, Alan? You don't want to spend 356 simoleons on a rack of obsolete media? Oh, good job, Zoe. Helping out your boyfriend. She must have snuck out on a lunch break. That's quite cute. And the mayor, Portia. We haven't met her yet in this round. Oh, excellent. Bronze sales badge. Ilya's arrived. Thank you, Ilya. Congratulations on your degree, apparently. Portia is not feeling any kind of instruments. Oh, fantastic. We sold the CDs today. Okay, well let's close up actually. It's getting a bit desperate. Everyone go home. Oh, we get rank 1. Fantastic. So lovely. We'll take the first cash prize for a nice 1,000 simoleons. And we'll send him home to get ready for Zoe to move in. Oscar's home. The phone's ringing. Oh no, this is finished. So Oscar's home. We will serve up some avocado toast, as ever. And then invite Zoe to come over. No, no friend Zoe, just you. Oh, there's Max the cool dog. Okay, Zoe is here. Oh, greet with a kiss. Well, they are a little bit into each other. So we'll just do a couple more romantic interactions behind the giant hedge to build their relationship up a little bit more, and they become best friends. Fantastic. So I think that's got to be enough for both of them to know it's worth giving it a go. Why not move in? Not Leo. Just Zoe. We'll take the default cash, I think. They'll make an amicable agreement. They do not have many simoleons to choose from. 982. Not bad at all, Zoe. Welcome to the family. Oh my god, he wants to get a pet. Oh, that's so cute. I'm going to play catch, not relaxing. Okay, so what we will need to do is match up Zoe's age with the sim blender, just so she's the right... Where's my sim blender gone? Too many mods. So I think just by making her 3 days older, that should bring her into line. There we go. Sorry, Zoe, we didn't get to play those 3 days, but that's how it'll have to be. You've now left the house with your brother. You moved into a pretty cute little shack. With your new boyfriend. And why not? This is what moving to Haven Rock's all about. Finding new relationships, new connections, and a new path. So as a reminder, Zoe is level 2 in the architecture career. Next time she goes, there's a good chance she'll be promoted. I think that's... yeah, she had 1 bolt with Jace, but Oscar is her much better chemistry attraction, and Jace is also pretty busy at the moment with his triplets and Aspen, his other relationship. So I think this was a good choice for Zoe. So I think we'll end today. It's pretty late already, never mind. We'll end with a casual woohoo, an auto woo, and see what that does. We put it in the hands of ACR. So it is the final day of autumn for Oscar. And Zoe now, she lives here. She's now in a much more relaxing household where she's not being bullied by her brother all the time, and is about to head off to work because she has an outside the house career. In fact, Zoe, you just have to leave that cereal. Sorry. Oscar's worn out, so he's going to stay in bed for a bit longer. But she can head off to work, and we'll see what Oscar gets up to today, if anything, because he is absolutely battered. We'll see when he wakes up. So because Zoe did bring in a bit of money from her previous home, I'm going to buy them the traditional terrible oven. Oh, it's not in blue to match the terrible fridge. That's a shame. I'll go for a totally mismatched green then. In fact, let's switch this around. 1 counter's fine for now. We'll let him nap a little bit more and then send him out to do a bit of work. There's still a few more pianos before the end of the rotation, hopefully. Oh, Zoe has a chance card. Zoe's ordered to build a wall near the side of a road near an elderly home. This was due to complaints that nearby traffic was disturbing the members of the home. As Zoe is building the wall, she notices part of the wall sinking into the ground. The incomplete wall can be seen to be deforming on the soft foundation, leading to an imperfect wall structure. The wall must be complete by the end of the day. Should Zoe rebuild part of the sinking wall or add more bricks to it? Oh no, I hate chance cards sometimes. I think you can't have a bad foundation. She's going to have to rebuild the wall. She's diligent. She'd do it. Not pleased with what has unfolded, Zoe begins to reconstruct the failing section of the wall. Zoe works diligently, like I said, and quickly to catch up on the lost time. Sweat pours down her face and her back muscles begin to ache from the uncomfortable bending over this job requires. Her foreman came by to check on her progress and is surprised that Zoe was able to analyse the problem and decide the best approach while on the job. Admiring her ability to do things right, the foreman helps Zoe complete the wall. Zoe receives a point of logic. Well done, Zoe. We made the right choice. And she gets logic points, which is not easy to find in these times. I love that someone's moved into Oscar's house and immediately he just wants to get a pet. He wants girlfriend, pets, all that stuff. That's the family sim coming out. It's very cute. At some point we will get a pet shop and we will be able to have people go and buy pets or breed them. But as of right now, there hasn't been the moment. Oh, the snow is blowing in. That's probably a good time to get up. Raid the fridge once again. And we will try and get a little bit of selling done. Oh, Leo. Nicking the paper, of course. He's angry that his sister's not there to be a free barmaid anymore. She's got her own life, she's moved on. And Oscar needs to go and do some selling. So he's got the funds to restock, which is nice. And we will see what today brings. Maybe Portia will actually want to buy something if she turns up this time. So I think as well, again we have the funds thanks to the grant he won. We will add some extra instruments. Oh, a classic guitar. Let's go acoustic. I love these CC instruments, they're so good. Yep, let's have... Oh, I did it again. I almost learned, and then I started to not learn. So where's it gone? Let's grab... Oh, there you go, look, it's cheaper now, it's wholesale. So 2 guitars, a piano and a stack of CDs. What is not to love in this little tiny, tiny shop? Okay, Crespin is our first customer of the day. Can we help him out? They've been quite resistant to this interaction, the Sims, this season. I don't quite know why. Maybe because the items have been... there's been high competition for them. Oh, we have Blake. Blake Savage with the fabulous hair. What are you after, Leo? Just hanging out? Oh, he's off. Just come to stare at stare at Oscar. Oh, a guitar as well, Crespin. I do like having the new townies. Makes things more lively. And there's more people to sell stuff to. Oh, they're not feeling it. Leo, why don't you look at instead of playing Kicky Bag, why don't you look at some CDs? Oh, he has no money. That's why he's just come to hang out. We'll leave him be. This is it. Leo's business is probably the one that's struggling the most. The service businesses are a lot harder. Okay, well I think we will, unless you're about to buy something right now, Blake. No, okay, we will close up. Restock so we know where we stand. And head home. Don't just hang out on the floor of a closed shop. Time's up. Get out. Oh, he's thinking about engagement rings. That's so cute. It's coming. It's just as oh, fantastic, Zoe. She's been promoted to foreman level 3, and Oscar just left the house to go and work. So sorry, there's no one here to congratulate you, but you can pay the bills as a special reward. She's now a foreman. She's in charge of more than herself. She's made forward of the construction team. Your initiative has been noticed. Now put a little logic behind that mechanical knowledge of yours, and someone might actually mistake you for an architect. Well, good job, Zoe. She actually has all the skills she needs for her next promotion. So she's feeling pretty good. What does she want? Put in mechanical? Well, why not? Don't think her needs are too bad. Yep. Clean up and then study for a while. She's going to hide from the phone ringing. It's study time. While we're here with Zoe, we'll have her call up some people, chat to her friends. Why not keep in touch with... Well, Freddie mentioned he was feeling neglected, so we'll call him up and just have a quick chat. She can potter around the house for a bit. I'm actually really happy to have Zoe here. It feels nice to have her somewhere a bit more relaxing than in the house with her brother. I know you're tired, but we're just gonna wait for Oscar to come home. Patiently like this. Go leap into her arms, test her strength.
Left.
She's an architect after all. She's been lugging bricks around all day on the construction sites. Oh, he fell in love. She was strong enough. I know you're tired, but let's just do a quick we're in love auto woo. And just see what happens. Because if not, we'll be trying for a baby next rotation because it's building a city. We have to populate. Keeping it casual, but that's triggered Zoe to fall in love with Oscar as well. So how adorable. Okay, Zoe, you sleep. Oscar, get yourself some snacks. He's going to write in his diary about the gnome he saw, not about his new girlfriend that he's fallen in love with, of course. You might as well eat some more while you're here before we head to bed. And that should bring us to the end of Oscar and now Zoe's rotation. Oscar has had a great time. His business is sort of doing okay. It's a very high-end one, I guess. It's very expensive items, so it might take a bit longer to really take off like Williams did. But his big news is he's met the love of his life, hopefully, on this island. And that is Zoe. And Zoe gets to move out from a house with her brother and start a new life all the way across town, just down the road. And they're dreaming about each other, which is adorable. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of my Build a City Challenge. If you have, please do subscribe and let me know what you think about the episode. And I hope to see you in the next one when we'll be going to, I believe, Hikari's house. That's right, Hikari's house. So I'll see you there, I hope. Goodbye.